Today we are unboxing the GoPro Hero 3. Okay, so the Hero 3 is available in 3 editions. There's a white model, which is actually kind of the headline because now there's a GoPro out for $199. Then there's the next step up silver, which is $299. And then there's this guy right here, the black edition. It costs $400, but let me tell you, this thing can do it all. First though, let's get it out of the box. It's typical like GoPro packaging. I have to say, if you've never used one of these cameras or bought one, the hardest thing about it is getting the box open. I think. Not everyone thinks so. Could just be like a problem that I have. Because there's like always this thing. I think it's taped up here too. Oh, right. It does have little arrows though. A helpful little arrow. Pull here, Molly. Dear Molly, it's not that difficult. Just pull here. Okay, 1. Dear Molly, also pull here. 2. There we go. See, I always rip it. Okay, then we have like a whole second layer in the Tower of Power. Pull here. You're already noticing, I know, that there's more stuff in this box than there used to be. For example, a remote control. You can kind of, I think, just, I don't know. Remove. Ooh, this is new, I think. Maybe it has a little thing here that says remove, because I was always like, is it supposed to be stuck to this base forever? Undo this thing. Get the thing off of the thing. Why are they? Okay, whoo, I freed the camera. Okay, everyone, the camera is free. Almost free. So it's got this, it comes with a case with a little, I'm too stupid for GoPro. There, okay. It does, look at this though. I am clearly not the only one who's had this problem because there are helpful little arrows all over this thing, like pull this thing this way and this one down, and you'll be able to get the camera out. Ta-da! First thing you're gonna notice, this thing is way smaller than the previous GoPros. Look how tiny this is. Tiny little GoPro Hero, and like I mentioned, it comes with a remote, which is gonna be probably stuck on here forever. I don't see any helpful arrows around it. Ooh, it's all. You have to be like Action Jackson to get these things out of the box because you need calloused fingers to be able to like, you know what? I'm just gonna work on this remote thing for a little while we talk about the specs. The GoPro Hero 3 is a hero in terms of recording formats. It does 1080p, 720p, and of course 4K. That's the new video standard that is about as good looking as it gets. The Black Edition has a 12 megapixel camera that adds burst mode, which is key for those action shots. There is built-in Wi-Fi, so you can upload your photos right away. There's also a Wi-Fi remote included. It's compatible with the GoPro app, but unfortunately that app, so far, really just acts as a viewfinder. That's a nice bonus, but I want to see them add streaming soon now that they have Wi-Fi. There are now 2 indicator lights on the front as this camera gets easier to use. The red one indicates you're recording, and the blue one says the Wi-Fi is on. In terms of ports, the Hero 3 now has a micro HDMI as opposed to the mini HDMI it had before, and it gets a micro SD card slot instead of the full-size SD card slot it previously had. The Hero 3 does not come with a micro SD card, but it does support cards with capacities up to 64 gigs. It charges via mini USB. Some bonuses you get with the Black Edition: it has a faster processor, and it also has a better camera that's supposed to offer much sharper images. All right, I have to warn you, I had to call over camera guy Celso to get this thing out of the packaging. It kind of reminds me of when you buy like a kid's toy at Target and it's in there like you wouldn't believe with 50 million of these kind of wraparound cables that have metal in the middle that you can kind of cut but not really. And meanwhile, your kid's screaming because they really want the toy really bad. That's how the remote's in there. That's annoying. Okay, but back to the actual unboxing part. Let's see here. The first impressions on the camera itself, it is extremely small, like I mentioned, but it already looks like it's much more intuitive. The previous models made you feel like an idiot when they came out of the box because you'd go sort of, where's the buttons and what do I do here? This has a nice big power button, very clearly labeled. You've got a clearly labeled record button here. Now, one thing I do want to point out that's a little bit of a bummer is that the GoPro 3s are going to micro SD instead of standard size SD cards. So if you already bought a bunch of SD cards to go with your old GoPros, you're gonna have to get new ones. They unfortunately don't fit, and there's not one in the box. And you're gonna lose this little thing. Trust me, ASAP. Of course, you'll probably just have the case on all the time. All right, so you have your battery cover here. The battery's in the box. Let's get that out and see what other goodies it comes with. GoPro's kind of legendary for including all kinds of stuff in the box that, again, you're not totally sure what to do with. All right, here's our USB, what I think is our charging cable. Huh, this is kind of weird. Figure out what that is later. Oh, maybe, oh, I think it could be related to the remote. Maybe like lock this on here. Okay, I'll play with that in a minute. See, GoPro, baffling. All right, this is the part where we get into a couple of our awesome mounts. Use your imagination. Connector thing to put it on something else to make it go a different way. Another one of those. Make it do a thingy. Standard USB charging cable, there we go. Battery. This is the skeleton housing, so you can put that on the waterproof one. It's better for sound. I did learn that over the years, or months. Let's see, oh, it looks like you have a little keychain thingy in there. And the key to GoPro marketing everywhere, stickers. So clearly the Hero 3 gets a lot more portable, and I'm happy to say a lot more intuitive. Now, I still think that the one to get is probably the $199 Hero 3. That's a really accessible price for a really fun camera. Not very many people are gonna need 4K, and you have to have the latest and greatest editing software to make the video work. I could see this as something that pros would start to toss in with their toolkit, and I'm sure that GoPro is hoping that will start happening. You can get a lot more details in our full review over at cnet.com.